What up, guys? Wednesday, March 19th, we have a large 11 game slate, so I'd like to cover some of that in the second half of the video. But first, we'll do a quick recap. So yesterday, we went 9 of 13. Not the best. We had Norman Powell sell, and then Cam Johnson sell as well. So pretty unlucky when you have a taco sell like that. He had 11 points. He hooked us out of the 13 that we needed to cash on that. We did cash on some other slips, and overall, not too bad yesterday. People asked me in the comments, why did I do some goblins? Well, guys, that's why. Because if you don't take advantage of lower lines and pair them with some of these tacos, you're gonna have stuff like this happen. So easily we cashed on the rest of those slips. We matched up like James Harden's points, Derek White's blocks. Those were no sweat options for you guys. And Kristaps Porzingis slayed in that first half, man. Easily cashed us on points. That was fun to watch, actually. But let's get into the picks today so I can cover the games. I got 2 picks for you guys today. I'm going to lock in Austin Reeves over on 6 assists and Desmond Bane over on 6.5 rebounds. I think both of these players are going to get good usage today, so I'm going to not overthink the moment. I think they got bumped a little bit, but I'm still going to lock it in for 20 so we can get 60 on it. Okay. Oh, I locked in another one earlier, so we're going to lock it in 10 for 30 just to take a stab at those picks. And then I have an honorable mention slip for you here because PrizePicks was offering a Goblin 3-man for free today. So I like Anthony Edwards over 24.5 points, Austin Reeves over 3.5 rebounds, and then Desmond Bane over 5.5 assists. So that's your free Goblin play for today. You should probably flex it, guys, because the payout is so low. Even if you power play it, you'll only be winning like an extra $5 to $10. So go ahead and flex that. That way, if you quote unquote lose on your free slip, you still get a free $20, right? So take advantage of that, guys. You have to go opt into that in your promotions tab, and then you can lock in your lineup. I've posted this in my Discord. If you want a link to it, you can hop in there and get it for free, or you can just copy what's on your screen here. That's going to cover that. So let's get into the games real quick. Let me pull up my notes. First game is going to be Dallas, Indiana. Indiana's favored by 10.5 points. They have a pretty good pace of the game, listed at 234.5 points. I know Dallas is completely depleted. We know that. PJ Washington's probably going to be able to contribute today. Last game, he registered 29 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal in 32 minutes. They did lose, but that's a sign that at least they have someone who can be out there hooping. So look into some of his overs today, perhaps, depending on the lines. And on the Pacers side of things, Siakam's questionable for personal reasons. Look into Obi top-end value props today as overs due to his boosted minutes, and then possible start like he did in the last game Monday. So pay attention to that. Miles Turner kind of burned me last time, so I'm a little turned off on his props. But their team bounced back pretty well. I'm trying to stay away from him. So we'll move on to game 2. Going to be Houston, Orlando. Usually any team that plays Orlando has a lower projected point spread due to their defense. Houston's favored by 2.5 points. So it's looking like it might be a closer game today. We shall see about that. For my notes, Houston, Orlando. Orlando's at home. I usually target home court advantage based matchup props and patterns. When they had their other players in that weren't injured, I took some first half props and things like that. Tough to come up with examples because it was a while ago, but personally, I'm going to be looking at some fantasy overs and props like Caldwell Pope over on blocks and steals. Just depends on the matchup stats and things like that. Also going to be looking at player field goal attempts. Sometimes you'll find some gems like Wendell Carter Jr. over 3 points attempted. So he just has to take one, and you'll cash. So keep an eye out on that. You can take some Franz Wagner, maybe like first half or second half props. Just depends on how the game goes, guys. I would take a wait and see approach on that game in particular tonight, and maybe do some second half prop hunting based on that. Game 3, I think we got Detroit, Miami. Yep, yes, sir. Miami's likely going to be playing Bam at center tonight. Flex between power forward center. Wiggins could get ruled out and Jacquez could start. It looks like they already got him like that listed. I'm gonna have to refresh the page or something, but I looked into the dunk props for Jalen Duren and Tobias Harris. You can look at Tobias Harris rebounds tonight, maybe, because it looks like they're gonna have a softer matchup. Hero and Cunningham is gonna be fun to watch, so keep an eye on that, as well as their props. Game 4 is New Orleans and Minnesota. I don't think the Pelicans can stop Anthony Edwards, guys. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I think there's some good value props there. McCollum and Zion are very inconsistent for me recently as far as hitting their lines on overs, but I would look there for value as well. And then the Pelicans allow a lot of dunks and points in the paint for some reason, so keep your eyes peeled on that. I looked at Gobert and Edwards dunk props, so those projections are looking pretty good there. Game 5, we are going to have the Knicks and the Spurs. Knicks have great value props on their starters usage, so look for like Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges overs. Those guys have been scoring a lot more lately than facilitating, so that's good for them. I gotta look at some Carl Anthony Towns unders today. Those have been a wagon for me, guys. I've been taking under on points and assists. That's been cashing like multiple times in a row. And then for the Spurs, someone has to score, and we all know that Devin Vassell basically fits the bill for that once again. I'm not gonna look too deep into the Spurs today because they are struggling. They're 28 and 39. And we have Philly, OKC. That's game 6. Quentin Grimes, man, he had a game the other day, man. I mean, look at this. 46 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block in 43 minutes. It was in overtime. They did lose to the Rockets, but he was leading all scorers, so that was good to see for Philadelphia. At least they have some type of entertainment there. Entertainment value. Hate to kick them while they're down, but they're struggling just like Dallas. So for OKC, this is very important, guys, but look how many players are out. This may not play, but SGA is ruled out. Jalen Williams is ruled out. So what does that tell me? That tells me Chet Holmgren is expected to be back to form. Expect him to be playing a role in the offense today, guys, as far as I know, because Philly is struggling with all their players injured, but Quentin Grimes has proven, he can contribute now, so take a look into those. I'm not really going to take a stab at those until I get back from the gym and stuff, but just keep in mind, OKC's, they're getting more and more rest as we move towards the playoffs. They're looking like the best team in the league. Just keep in mind that SGA and Jalen Williams are out today, guys. And we'll move on to game 7. Got Washington, Utah. Whoops. So for this game, I like Walker Kessler because he's been rebounding a lot for Utah. So always look into that one, guys. Just make sure it's not over projected. I really have to do a deep dive on these props on this game in order to pull something out. This one's going to be tough. Only thing I know is Washington is 15 and 52, guys. So they're not that good of a team. And look for pool props on field goal attempts and 3-point attempts, because he's going to jack those up. That's all he does is jack up shots. Kind of like D'Angelo Russell did for the Nets the other night. It was awful to watch. So look into those. And then possibly some good value free throw attempt overs on Jordan Poole, because I mean, he pisses me off just looking at him too. I'd want to foul him too, right? If this dude hits a 3 on me and starts celebrating, I want to punch him in the face down the court too. So that's the end of that. And then game 8, both Murray and Doncic have ankle issues tonight. Jokic is also a game time decision. Ron is playing hurt. There's a difference between hurt and injured, guys. I talked about this with my barber. Like, when you're playing hurt, you're able to actually play. When you're actually injured, you cannot play, right? So I would look to that maybe to possibly develop into an injury if he keeps it up like this. He's been looking pretty good though, so take that with a grain of salt, right? Just be concerned if you're taking his overs. Austin Reeves has proven to be a solid third offensive threat on the Lakers, so I like him scoring. The last 4 games, he scored 28 points. He hasn't taken a lot of free throws, I've noticed, recently versus in the past to get those points. So I like him as a offensive threat tonight. And then Dorian Finney-Smith has his hands full with Aaron Gordon if he's going to be playing tonight. So look to that matchup as well. They really need to cover, the Lakers need to cover Denver defensively tonight in the paint. They can do that, they can win the game. We got Jackson Hayes back, so that should help Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic on their assist. And the Lakers know that they need to lock in and play hard, which leads to more assists. The Denver Nuggets really allow a lot of assists, guys. I don't know if you noticed, but they're probably the last in the league as far as that goes. You look at Austin Reeves' assist head-to-head here. Assist allowed, rank 30 for Denver's defense. Zoom in on that so you can see. I mean, take a look at this, guys. Rank 30 to my point. So we'll get back to this. We'll go to game 9. I should cover that. Chicago Phoenix. Josh Giddey is likely out with an ankle injury. Beal is definitely out with his hamstring. So I look at Kobe White first half unders. They've been a wagon lately. And then even with the Suns at home, I'd probably dive into some Kevin Durant PRA unders. He's been strictly scoring and like taking over for the team as they struggle. I've noticed that. I've been watching those games, guys. So Phoenix has really struggled with facilitating and getting their offensive flow going ever since they moved Chris Paul. They can be a difficult team to read at the moment because all their players are pretty one-dimensional. So I'm not going to talk too much more about that one. Memphis, Portland. Memphis -4.5. They're favored. 235.5 point projection spread for the game. Let's take a look. Well, I had a lot on this game actually. So Jaren Jackson and Bane are going to eat up tonight. John Morant is out. Jackson just went for 30 recently, although he's been in a bit of a slump lately. They need him to score. So Bane went for 44 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists in 41 minutes, guys. I'm looking at Desmond Bane tonight, especially against the Trailblazers. Kind of a softer matchup. We go ahead and take a look at Bane's head-to-head and his matchup. Look at this, rebounds allowed, guys. This is why I picked this prop. Rebounds allowed. Portland is 26th in the league at rebounds allowed. To Bane, this guy is crazy. He's out there running around like Westbrook, bulldozing over people and getting the rebound. So he's gonna get this. He's gonna go for it today, I think. We're uncertain if Santi Aldama will be ready to go today against Portland, but I mean, we'll see, right? We gotta wait and see on some of these guys. It's a long time before tip-off. We got about 6-7 hours for that. I got a whole day of stuff to go do, so I'm trying to get this out to you guys quickly. We're already at about 15 minutes of coverage, so let me wrap this up. It's just more of a reason to target Bane overs tonight, guys. Keep it simple. We got to get in on these pretty early. And then for game number 11, I've been targeting Jarrett Allen because he's very consistent. And Mobley is still getting his feet under him, guys. So he's not quite himself yet, especially against Sac. Tonight, they do have a softer matchup because Sabonis is out still. So Valanciunas, man, it's tough to watch him try to fill those shoes of Sabonis, but you know, somebody's got to do it. So unfortunately for Sac, they're going up against a 56-12 Cleveland Cavaliers team with some consistent bigs. So look into some overs there. Might be a blowout, guys. The game is projected Cleveland's over 5.5, but I think it's much worse than that considering the matchup. So that's going to cover today's games and my picks for today. Guys, shout out to you guys watching. Thank you for the 51st subs that we've got. That's freaking awesome. Appreciate you guys for the likes and comments. Remember, if we get to 10 likes and 5 comments on video, I'm gonna go ahead and do a giveaway. I was gonna say, also, I got a Discord server with over 100 members and access to all my PrizePicks activities where I post plays, insights, and news live all the time. That's free to join, so go check that out. Thanks again for watching. Click the bell icon for video notifications, and good luck tonight. Always put God first. Let's go enjoy some of these games tonight and get into the weekend, guys. Peace.